What if I told you that a tomb remained sealed for over 3,000 years? And when it was finally opened, the man who funded the discovery died just months later. Newspapers called it the curse of the pharaohs. But the truth was far more extraordinary than the legend. At the beginning of the 20th century, almost every archaeologist believed the Valley of the Kings had already revealed all of its secrets. But one man refused to believe it. His name was Howard Carter. Howard Carter believed that the tomb of a forgotten young king, Tutankhamun, was still hidden beneath the sands of the Valley of the Kings. Most experts dismissed the idea. Carter never did. Year after year, Carter kept digging. One season passed, then another, then another. But despite all the effort, the desert refused to reveal its secret. After years of failure, Lord Carnarvon had spent a fortune. Convinced that nothing would ever be found, he decided to end the expedition once and for all. But Carter refused to give up. He looked at Lord Carnarvon and made one final request: give me just one more season. If we find nothing, I'll stop forever. Lord Carnarvon agreed. One final season, one last chance. On the morning of November 4, 1922, the excavation began again. Unaware that history was about to change forever. Then, it happened. A worker's pickaxe struck solid stone. Beneath the sand, something unexpected began to emerge. As the workers carefully cleared away the sand, one step became 2, then 5, then 16. An entire staircase had been hidden beneath the desert for more than 3,000 years. At the bottom of the staircase stood a sealed doorway untouched for over 3,000 years. The royal seals were still intact. Howard Carter knew this was the moment he had spent his entire life searching for. Carter refused to open the tomb alone. He sent an urgent message to Lord Carnarvon in England. Days later, the two men stood together before the sealed entrance that had waited more than 3,000 years. On the evening of November 26, 1922, Howard Carter carefully made a tiny hole in the sealed doorway. He lit a candle and looked inside. "Can you see anything?" Lord Carnarvon asked. Howard Carter paused for a moment, then quietly replied, "Yes, wonderful things." Deep inside the burial chamber rested 3 coffins. Inside the last one, made of solid gold, lay the young pharaoh Tutankhamun, wearing the magnificent golden mask that would become one of history's greatest treasures. The legend of the pharaoh's curse spread around the world. But despite the rumors, no scientific evidence has ever proven such a curse existed. What remained was something far more valuable than gold. A discovery that transformed our understanding of ancient Egypt forever. Within days, the discovery made headlines around the world. Crowds gathered in Egypt. Newspapers called it the greatest archaeological discovery of the century, and the name Tutankhamun became known across the globe. The greatest treasure was never the gold, it was the knowledge. More than 3,000 years later, Tutankhamun still tells the story of an ancient civilization that continues to inspire the world. Then came the rumors. When Lord Carnarvon died a few months later, newspapers around the world claimed the pharaoh's curse had struck. The legends spread faster than the truth, but history remembers something far greater than a curse. It remembers a discovery that changed archaeology forever. More than 3,000 years later, Tutankhamun still reminds us that the greatest treasures are not only made of gold, but of the stories it leaves behind.